Go.
Yo,
Hey.
yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another No Boundaries, Just My Opinion,
Opinion.
man. Welcome back to all the fam, man. We appreciate your support and stopping by on this Thursday again. Let's introduce the crew, man. Let's introduce the crew. Of course, we got to start with our elder Fagan, Juan Fagan in the building.
Up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing?
Yes, and the queen of the show, the queen
I
of the
mean,
show,
you see
Tata.
me. You see
What's
me.
good with your
You
whole
know,
government on your screen?
it's still up there.
Yeah, whole government. It's okay.
Yours too. It's
Yeah, low
yours.
key. As a matter of fact,
I thought I changed it, but hey,
no, yeah. Every time you get
Google
on, you
me.
gotta change it. You know
Google
what I'm
me. Oh,
saying?
really?
Yeah, every
Oh,
time.
they need to
Every
fix
time.
that. I'm gonna email
See,
them.
bam. That's a
No, you
quick
just
change.
got to do it in your settings from the beginning.
Yeah, it's just a quick change,
Uh,
but it's all good. It's all
okay.
good.
I
Like
mean,
I like to tell people, this is live. You know what I'm saying?
it
So
was live.
yeah, I love it. And shout out to our boy Big Pee Wee, man. He couldn't be here today. But shout out to him, man. So
Shout out to the big. What, he on vacation or something?
yeah, well, you know where you always
You
be.
ought to know,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? He taking your spot. He
Oh
taking
yeah, so
your
he don't
spot.
get he gotta wait two times before he gets to say some shit.
Oh, he can't even give no suggestions or
Nope,
nothing.
nope,
Okay, okay,
nope.
okay.
Mm-mm.
All right, man. As usual, man, let's start it off on a light note with our Throwback Thursday. One gotta go. All right.
One gotta
One
go.
gotta go, man. We're gonna do another comedian edition. All right, another comedian
Who-
edition.
A comedian? Who
So
you
here we
got?
go. Here's our four. One gotta go. So we got Kevin Hart. All right. We got Jamie Foxx.
Wait. Are we talking just they stand up or what are we
Just
talking
Let's
stand up.
just say, y'all want to do stand up? We can do stand up. We can do stand up. Or we could just do overall. All right.
about? Which
Uh,
one? Because this it's a difference.
Okay. So let's do stand up then.
Okay.
Let's do stand up. All right. So we got Kevin Hart.
hmm
We got Jamie Foxx.
hmm
We got Steve Harvey, and we got Martin Lawrence. This is a good one, dude. Like this is a pretty good one.
One gotta go though. You
Yeah,
said Jamie.
I said
Oh,
Jamie, Kevin, Steve Harvey, and Martin Lawrence, man. And this is one gotta go stand up edition. So we're just going strictly off of their stand up, man. This is a good one.
under.
We'll go. Let's go with. Let's go with the. Go ahead, Tata.
Oh, wait. Can it be like uh flip it and be like keep 2 to 3 and
No, no, no. This is one
um
gotta go.
oh um I may take fudge. I Let me see. I'm looking at. I wrote them down. Let me see. Bang, bang, bang.
Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx,
I'm looking at them. I
Steve
wrote them
Harvey.
down. I wrote
Yeah,
them
I can
down.
see you wrote them down.
Oh, I might even though that was like the best little stand up and I can recite it, but I might have to go with Steve.
Okay, okay. So
I
you
think
getting
I'm gonna have to
Steve
go
out of
with
there.
Steve. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to
okay.
go with Steve.
All right. Elder.
Oh. Well, no, I'm going with Steve. I'm gonna go with
Okay,
Steve.
you gonna go with Steve.
I was gonna say Jamie, but I think I'm gonna go with Steve.
Elder Fagan.
I think I think I'm gonna have to kick Martin out.
Whoa.
What?
Listen,
And
listen,
just stand
listen,
up.
listen,
Just stand up.
listen.
Steve
This
Harvey in his
Yeah.
prime told excellent stories,
okay.
right? Martin was funny. I think because Jamie Foxx incorporated other things into his show than just comedy, put him over the top for me. And
My
I
lighting
mean,
not
Kevin
good.
Hart is Kevin Hart, right? So that's why I would say Martin.
Got you.
And
Um,
who you got? Who you got? Who you
yeah,
going
man.
with, Jid?
I'm a little dumbfounded right now, low key, because
yeah,
Juan just kicked Martin off.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
but
yeah.
I can see what he's saying. I can
Yeah.
see what he's saying about stand up. Um, but for me, I think just because of who, man, I think I'm gonna get rid of Steve Harvey, bro. Like honestly, man, I like Steve. I really
Yeah,
do.
I like him too.
But I feel like he's more of just funny. You know what I mean? Like to me, stand up material wise. Now, granted, I haven't watched this new Kevin Hart special, and I'm getting
Let me
mixed
tell you,
because I'm getting
like
some people saying it's trash, some people saying it's funny.
what?
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In
I
my
think, but I
opinion,
think
that
with
shit was
Kevin,
funny as fuck.
but see, I think with Kevin Hart, we see him so much, like that. I think it's hard for people to be like, okay, he's funny because we see him
I
so
can
much.
see that. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
like with any other celebrity or artist
right,
or
yeah,
entertainer,
right.
you kind of get bored with them. But I think the shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. Hey, but that's our one gotta go for the day, man. We got one gotta go comedian edition: Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey, and Martin Lawrence, man. So please tell us what you think.
Who y'all
Um,
rolling with?
yeah, who you got? One gotta go, man. One gotta go. Uh Talking about one gotta go, man. This weekend was an eventful one, to say the least. I think it's so dope how so many people are uh doing things to kind of entertain us throughout this epidemic or pandemic or whatever we're going through, and just like the verses and things like that. Then this weekend, Saturday night, man, we had some fights going on, man. And two in particular were the Nate Robinson fight, and then we had the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight, man. So
What I hear,
listen, I'm gonna let the elder go first, man. With
yeah,
this,
because
Why me?
I didn't even I didn't even watch it. I
listen,
just seen the
listen,
memes. I just seen the
listen.
memes in the comments in the
Hey,
post.
talking about me. Hey, the internet is like undefeated for
They
real,
said
bro.
that was just like a versus.
No, I said that on my Twitter. I honestly said that the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fight was almost like a boxing versus.
Yeah, that's
It
what
was one
I
of those
read.
seeing two great fighters, older now, 54 and 51, in the ring. And I'll talking about that fight, man. I was really uh surprised and happy to see Mike in the ring again, man. And he was in some good shape, bro.
Right, right.
Like Roy Jones, you could tell he kind of like wasn't taking it probably serious as he should. But
I don't
Mike
think
was
that
getting
was it.
ready.
I don't
But
think that was it.
Roy said, shit, he ain't want to be, he wanted a fair fight. He wanted a winner, not no goddamn, this was what they call it,
Oh yeah, a draw.
a draw. He said,
Yeah,
no, I don't
yeah.
want
I
that.
don't, I don't think that Roy Jones took it lightly. I think he underestimated what
Mm-mm.
Tyson still had,
Mm,
because once he started hitting him in the body when they was clinching, that
yeah.
motherfucker was tired.
Oh yeah. Oh
And if you watched him in between the rounds, Tyson wasn't
yes.
breathing hard or nothing. This
No.
dude, yeah, because he's like, yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they hurt.
yeah.
He said when he
That's
hit, yeah,
listen,
they hurt. You know
listen.
what I mean? So yeah, Mike Tyson, bro, is just there's never gonna be anybody like him, right?
Yep.
He's just a phenomenon. And to see him in the ring at 54 now, I couldn't see him fighting a Anthony Joshua or a what's the bomber name? What's his name?
Adrian?
No, no.
No, is that a boxer? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
Yeah,
a boxer.
Adrian
Adrian
Broner.
Broner.
He's
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
No.
crazy.
Yeah,
Broner.
he's
I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
crazy.
No.
The dude that lost to Tyson
Yeah, I know
Fury.
you're
You
talking
know what I'm
about.
talking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't see him getting in the ring with some,
No,
people like
no,
that,
not at
right?
all. Not at
But
all.
some of these lower level heavyweights,
Oh, I
they
think yeah,
probably
for
still
sure.
knock them out.
Oh, for sure. I think that was the one thing that, they said it was no real knockouts. They didn't want anything like that. But I felt like if Tyson could really throw them hands like he wanted to, it would have been a problem.
Well, the thing about it is, Roy Jones Jr. still had that quickness. He got out of the way
Mm,
of a
mm.
few of them.
They could have been.
Yeah.
They could have been them
Yes. Yes. Yes.
haymakers.
Yes. And I don't know if you remember the latter part of Roy Jones' career. He got knocked the fuck out a couple of times himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
So,
Wow. Wow.
but yeah, the really main event.
Oh God.
Somebody who didn't get away from the from get away from no hit
Bro,
swing.
bro, I
Oh
don't
man.
know who facility he was in to train, but they didn't train him to
No.
fight in a
Nah.
boxing match.
Yeah, dude.
They
Yeah.
kind of like,
He for
just
sure
go
thought
and
it was
get yours.
fun or something.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Or it's nothing. But from what I understand, the dude Jake Paul, he's an amateur boxer. Like he really boxes. Like this is what he does
Yeah.
besides the YouTube stuff. So you're getting in there, like they said, you do not play with boxing. Like this is not something.
I seen a little video of Nate
Yeah.
Robinson talking to the big baby, the basketball player. I guess on this little podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was saying like how he would only have what they were supposed to fight September something, and they canceled it and switched the date, and he only had 2 months then to train. So he was saying like this was a blessing that it got pushed back because I had more time to train. So he guess he only had what like 4 months.
No, he needed more. He did. Hey, but on the real, I'm all for my people. I'm all for Black people. I'm for everything Black. Like, I don't think anybody could dispute that or question that. But I do have a problem with the people in the internet community and this social media talking about how could you talk about Nate? He's a Black man, and this is we're just setting ourselves up. Like, how could you the downfall of another? I'm like, yo, y'all are too deep.
I know the people was talking about him really bad. Bro. Like,
no, listen. Talia, listen, that man put himself in the ring. That man decided to fight this man. All this Black, white, oh, we should be supporting our brother. Stop talking bad about it. You wouldn't have got in the ring. No, I wouldn't have. You decided to get up in there. You know
Red didn't have to ask for his bike back.
Come on, man. You could have just let it go.
He just got knocked the fuck out. I mean, he decided to, listen, he decided to walk up them steps, bro.
My point. So this trying to make it, oh, we should be calling our brother and support. Do you do that to every boxer that boxes? Yeah. Like in my mind, I was thinking like,
I mean, well, somebody, you know my motto, somebody gotta win and somebody gotta lose.
Exactly. And that's my point.
And he lost.
This is my point. This is not the fight, bro. This is not a Black white. This is not a argument about supporting a brother. Like this, come on, man. We being too deep, bro.
I am supporting.
I mean, well, too,
I am supporting. He shouldn't have never walked his ass in there.
I mean, I think too, it's just like with anyone else, whether you're a celebrity or not, trying something out. Right. You know, you gotta try it out and experience it and know what the fuck is for you and what's not for you. Yeah. That's just like if you want to go bungee jumping. Right. You know, you gonna do that?
No, I ain't gonna do no. See,
well, I'm just hypothetically, you know what I'm saying? You gotta experience something. He may have always said, "Oh, I want to box."
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, I want to get in the ring. No doubt. You know, and he had the opportunity to do it.
Right.
You know,
I wanna train boxing, but I don't want nobody hitting me.
Well, he wanted somebody to hit his ass.
I'm not with that part. Like I would love to be able to bounce around for 3 minutes.
Right.
I'm not bouncing around trying to, bob and no. I ain't trying nobody hitting me in my nose.
Hey, I will tell you that boxing training is next level, bro. It is tiring. My brother-in-law put me through a workout one time, man. And I say one time because it was the one and only.
I went one time too.
And then I think I'm in pretty well at that time. I thought I was in pretty good shape, man. But literally keeping your hands up and moving and swinging for the whole entire time. That's a lot, bro. Like that's why I actually loved those like when Mayweather was fighting, they still come out, but those 24/7s to see the training aspect, the behind the scenes of the boxing, man. Like that was a joy for me to see the amount of training that these guys go through to really do this at a high level. And to the point, if you aren't taking it that serious and you aren't training like some people have for years, bro, this is no game. Like,
no, not at all.
No game. No.
3 minutes is a long time in boxing, bro.
Yeah.
But it ain't shit in sex. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Put it in perspective. Hey,
no lie. That's why when these people be like, yeah, we was in there for hours. I'll be like, nigga, you are. I'm sorry, nigga. Excuse my language. You're lying.
Right.
saying? Or you was on some stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You was
I
on that
cannot.
stuff.
Don't nobody want no 3 minutes, okay? Don't nobody want no 3 minutes.
Listen, did you get yours?
Don't know. They lying to you if they said they only want 3 minutes. I'm gonna tell you that.
Nobody
ain't
say
nobody.
nobody wanted 3 minutes.
Yeah.
See, you
Well,
missing the whole point.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got
Hey,
you.
and now on since we talking about black people and how we go too far, let's get on another topic, Tata. If you want to introduce the topic of the business owner, the restaurant owner. Talk about that, man.
So I'm pretty sure y'all done seen it. So it's this video that has went viral of this restaurant owner in Dallas. I'm not sure the name of the restaurant, but I'm assuming there was 2 videos that I seen, and I was reading through the comments, and this owner, he low key went ham, and I'm assuming that reading through the comments and some of the responses from the people, they said that staff asked this individual to stop twerking or dancing or whatever the
She
case.
was standing up on the benches. Yeah.
Yes, supposedly twerking on the glass or whatever.
Asked her to stop.
The staff asked her, a couple multiple times to stop. So the owner comes in and he's just I'll post the video on our page or whatever. Yeah. And he comes in, I don't want to misquote, but he just got to the point where he was like, I put in a lot of money to build this establishment and I'm doing this for our people, for the culture, and it's not like that. And, granted, the DJ was playing, I think he was playing either Cardi B or Megan. And he was like, this is supposed to be upscale and and fuck that. If y'all don't like it, y'all can leave. And because I don't need your money.
He said, get the F out. Yeah.
So I feel like from a owner perspective, I think his tone, I think he could have delivered it different, maybe pulled her to the side and had a conversation with her. Even though staff had asked this individual multiple times, to not do this. And you twerking on the glass per se.
Yeah, like you standing up on the couches. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
when you say twerking on glass, like a glass mirror?
No, from the looks of the video, it looked like it's a frosted glass where the table was.
Okay.
She may have been holding on to the,
Okay.
So I can see him being angry and upset because of that. I think a lot of people reading through the comments, they got to look at it too from a business owner perspective. That's a whole ass liability. You twerking on the fucking glass and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Twerking on furniture, you shouldn't do that either. But if I feel like, in my opinion, too, even though they playing some, music that you like, I mean, keep it cute, dancing, if you feel like the restaurant is not a club or a turn up brunch or whatever the case may be, keep it cute and dancing, you'll see, hit it with the, And then on the same token, if you don't want that kind of environment as the owner and don't want them twerking and stuff, don't be playing that kind of music.
Yeah, that's true. I can see both sides of that too.
I
heard that, of course you just see the video, the dude kind of speaking his mind to everybody. But I felt like once you did your research or you read the comments and things like that, like you said, the staff had asked her to stop and she didn't. So then the owner came out. But then again, like, him cussing, maybe that wasn't the thing.
Yeah, but that was totally inappropriate.
But she had been told multiple times. But I feel like he was speaking from the heart.
He was.
As a black man on some I'm talking to my people. Like, yo, this is for us. Like, let's keep it how it's supposed to be. But then you brought up a great point. If you want it to be like that, you can't be dropping the the body yaddy yaddy on them.
You got a whole DJ setup.
But has grown people. Like, you need to know where you at and situation and things like that. So I can see both sides. But I think the way he went about it, maybe people maybe feel like he could, like you said, maybe could have took it to the side or something. But I felt like he was just speaking his heart. Like, it was just something that, look, I made this business for all of us and we out here wilding out. You know what I mean?
Right.
What you think, Juan Fagan? Too deep?
So I got a couple of questions that will help my response, right?
Okay.
um, this was just a restaurant, right? It's not like a club where you know, where they have like a dance area or anything like that, right? It's just
No,
a
It didn't
so
restaurant
look
that
like it.
plays music,
no,
right?
no, so and so also, in some of the comments they were saying that he's promoting this New Year's Eve big old shebang. But he said he came in the comments on Twitter and said, understand that I bought this building. On one side is a restaurant, and the other side he like rent out for parties or whatever the case may
Mhm.
be. So I guess they're just assuming like you advertising for this whole New Year's Eve party, but you don't want people twerking in here, which clearly don't make sense. If
Yeah, that,
you know what I mean.
mhm.
But go ahead.
Okay, so um, from what you guys are saying, you can't play popular music without okay, when you play a popular song or something that's out right now, you have to dance. Is that a mandate?
No, no, you don't have
Okay,
to dance.
okay, okay,
No, you
okay.
don't
Yeah,
have
Because
to.
but go
okay,
ahead.
okay,
Let's
okay,
listen
right.
to the second one.
Because you said, you know, well, if you know, you shouldn't be playing, you know, the such for me. So does that mean if they play gospel music, everybody's going to shout?
I mean, they probably
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
possibility.
You
They
you
probably
you, you
will.
no,
I
you
see what
understand what
you're
I'm
doing,
saying?
Walt.
See what I'm
Right,
saying?
I
But
definitely
here's my
do.
right.
point.
Yeah,
Here's my
yeah,
point. Now I said this probably in season one. We as black people, a lot of us
yeah.
are ghettofied. We're ghettofied. It's point blank period. There's no way in the world, nobody that I know, right, that would be in an establishment that's a restaurant. We sitting down eating, and a song
That's true.
comes on,
Yeah.
and although it's popping, I can see them bouncing in their seat. Hey, you know, but to get up and be twerking,
Hmm.
Like,
that's,
Like, yo, we gotta do better, bro.
I
yeah.
mean, it just don't make sense. It
I
Right,
don't
mean,
make
right.
sense.
it don't, and I hate to, we don't go to motherfucking white establishments and do that. I hate to say it,
Mm,
and they play music and they play R&B and hip hop,
right,
but we don't
right.
go there
Because
and
you go,
twerk on the
yeah,
wall. So
yeah,
that's why
yeah.
I can that's why I say I can see both sides and him being mad and upset because
Right.
we don't go there and do that shit.
I
We're
love that.
poised and we
I
can sit
love
up
that.
straight and we
I
can put
love
on.
that.
You know
Right.
what I mean? But as
That's
soon as we go
perfect.
to the black spot, it's all, and I mean, granted, I done been in some places, and turned up, but not as far as twerking on the wall.
Right,
But I
right, right.
mean,
But
dancing my
okay,
seat.
you're right. Not even dancing your seat. Like back in the day, this was probably before y'all time. The Red Onion, right? It was a restaurant, but it was a club environment as well. So
Mhm.
yeah,
If that's that
Right. If
that's
that's the
environment,
same,
right,
yes,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
yes.
You know, so it just baffles me that people think that you can just do whatever you want to do
Mm,
wherever you are,
right.
and
And
it
one,
just
okay.
it don't
Go,
work like that.
and it doesn't work like that. And I think that the real issue is why are we so mad at the black dude for going off in his business for some people acting crazy? Like we mad at them. Why you not mad at the girl for like you said, for getting up on the thing, twerking at the restaurant? Like, but
Right.
like you said, Tata, because you wouldn't go to maestros, however you say it.
Right.
You wouldn't go there. You wouldn't go to these places acting like that. But you feel like, for one, she felt like she could do that at that place. And then for two, she felt disrespected because the man said something about it. And
Mm,
I like that's why I'm saying like I can understand his frustration of addressing everybody.
right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think if we put ourselves in his shoes, I think we would do it different. And um, for one, and for another point, just putting our understanding where we are. There's a time and a place for everything, and
Right.
I think that we do that amongst ourselves all the time, and too
Mm-hmm.
often we'll look at certain establishments as less credible because they are black, and that
Right.
sucks. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that sucks. Or it's not this and it's not that. When somebody could be trying to make it exactly that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's perfect,
Exactly.
man. That's
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a hard one. I really, even though I know he had to get his point across, I think he could have not said it in the tone that he said it in.
Hmm.
But I can understand the frustration at the time.
Right.
you know, but him sitting up there called, you know, MF and I don't need y'all money and this, that, and the other.
Well,
That
also,
that
also what we don't know is this: was this the first time that this has happened?
Mm,
You know,
right.
or anything like that, right? He
That's true.
mhm,
probably was at his point. You know what I mean?
right,
It's like,
right,
Mm,
you know,
right.
and people handle things differently, right? Me
right,
myself, I probably would have just put him out, right? You can't come back here no more. You're on
right,
the ban list, right? I'm not dealing. Listen, this is the kind of establishment it is. We don't do that kind of stuff here. If that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
right.
You
And
can't
I
come.
mean, and that's what he said,
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
you
Yeah.
know.
Pretty
So,
much.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's
Yeah, that
yeah,
it's a lot because it could have been just a bowl of frustration, and it probably wasn't the first
Right.
time, second time, or third time, you know. And it's just like I can understand where you're coming from when you didn't put your time, money, and energy into building something, and people don't respect it.
Mm.
You bound to blow a fucking
yeah,
gasket.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
and
mean?
that's why it seems. That's why for looking at it now, especially listening to us talk it out, maybe like Juan is right. It just might not have been the first time.
right.
You know what I'm saying? For you to go off at that level, like it might not have been the first time.
Right.
But it says something about us, man. It says something about us
Yeah,
and
it said a
what
whole lot
we,
about us.
yeah, man, what we put our value in or what we deem as valuable, man.
I just honestly, in my opinion, believe that we don't respect black businesses and what they're. I mean, we didn't have this conversation
Yeah,
too
no,
plenty
but
of
it's
times.
relevant. It's relevant.
I just think that we don't respect black businesses as much as we respect other I can't even talk
Yeah, yeah. No, I got
cultures.
you.
You know
I
what I
got you.
mean?
I think there's a real reason for that, and I think it's a reason of feeling like you made it. You know what I mean? Like I think that when we look at those kind of material things of having the Louis or getting the Bentley or getting the range, I mean, those are all nice things. I wouldn't be mad if I was able to afford none of all of that stuff. But I think for most, it's like that's a sign of you've made it. You know what I mean? When you could afford what the white
But
man
can
has.
they really afford it though?
That's a whole nother thing. But that's where we are as you know
What's
what I
the
mean?
old saying? Don't buy a purse with that costs more than what you have, how much money you have in it, or something like that.
Hey man, for real. That's real life right there. But talking about that, talking about money, I want to bring up a topic, and I'm sure that we could talk about this for a little while. Look at
What
Mom
that
Megan.
is?
The elder is so funny, man.
What are we
Um,
talking about?
but I really wanted to talk about just a little bit about generational wealth. Um, I know that there's a lot of things, especially on social media, about buying land, getting stocks, and things like that, passing it down to your kids, man, and having something for them, and having something that is your own. So I just want to pose the question to you, like, what are your thoughts on generational wealth? Because I feel like, depending on your parents, depending on how you were raised, I don't even think that is a huge thing that is brought up. For me, I feel like parents will push more education to get good jobs versus accumulating wealth, like getting land, buying stock, and things like
Right,
that with their kids. And I'm just speaking for me, but my experience, I don't think that that is a huge thing. And I think it's getting bigger now where people are more in tune with that and trying to give things to their kids. But I don't
right,
think that that's necessarily, that wasn't my experience. I got taught
right.
a lot of things, but the generational wealth, um, that isn't something that I necessarily learned growing up. What
Well,
about you guys?
I would think we didn't learn it because it's something that's passed down. So if it's not passed down to them, I mean, the definition of generational wealth is it represents assets passed down, from uh I'm having a brain from one generation to the next.
Yeah.
So and we didn't experience that,
Mhm.
so I mean, I don't think my parents they didn't really force anything on me as far as, you got to go to college, get your education, or I mean, and I really think we've talked about this in previous episodes, as far as them discussing this with us. But I just think if it wasn't taught to us, well, I don't have any kids. I just think that I would teach it to my kids.
Right, right. And I think that's where I'm at with it, because I know that wasn't something that I was taught. So I want to instill that along with the things that I was taught,
Right.
to my kids. What
But
about
then,
you, Elder?
Well, I kind of disagree with some of the statements that have been made. So you say that part of generational wealth is assets being passed down. We all have parents that are siblings to each other, right? And they did have assets that were passed down to them, right? I think part of
oh yeah, yeah.
part of
Mhm.
the problem is family life situation. You two are products of a, a mother and father that have been together for a period of time, right? And are still together. I come from a broken home, right?
Mhm.
My dad had his own business, but he didn't teach me anything about that business. So what did he pass down to me, right? Um, so we have to um, um, and then to piggyback off of that, so he didn't teach me anything about uh, business savvy or having your own or anything like that. When he died, he was in
One question. So you said your dad had his own business, and
Mhm.
how long did he have his business? To what age were you?
Oh, that's what he did. He had his own business.
Okay, and with knowing that and seeing that, do you think, what's my question? Him owning his own business, did you not inquire or ask him, questions in regards to him having his own business as far versus working in the workforce? You
um,
understand what I'm trying to
yeah,
say?
no,
Like,
no, I get you, but again, it goes back to what I said about the different family life. When you don't have that kind of relationship,
Mhm.
when you don't have a relationship, a father-son relationship,
mhm.
those kind of questions don't get asked.
Mhm.
You know what I
So
mean?
you just so it was just known that my dad has a business, not my dad has a business, let's just say, in selling light bulbs. You know what I mean?
I mean, I knew what he did,
Mm-hmm.
right? I knew what he did, um, but I also knew how he was. So I didn't want to follow
Mm-hmm.
those footsteps, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't interested, right?
You weren't interested in owning a business or you weren't interested in what person you weren't.
I wasn't interested in anything that he was doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mhm.
wall was up,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
right? So regardless to if the business was successful or not, it didn't matter to me,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
right? And those are other problems and issues that have to be dealt with, right? So then my mom being a single parent, trying to take care of us, you know um and trying to do everything she can to make sure that we have what we need and most of what we want and things like that, right? um it just and when I was coming up, I mean, my parents broke up when I was 14. We they owned a house, but when they broke up, they sold that house, right? They didn't,
Mm-hmm.
and so then he got another house, but when he died, he was in a reverse mortgage.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was really nothing to pass down,
Mhm.
right? So fast forward to where I am and with my kids. Yes, I would love to um teach them, show them, kind of guide them on things and leave them something when I pass. Um, but it's really learning all of that stuff on my own.
Right,
Mhm.
right,
You know
right,
what I mean? It's
right,
really
Mhm.
learning all of that
right,
stuff on my own
right.
and trying to get things figured out and all of that
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm.
And then teaching them, right? They're
Yeah,
at
Mhm.
the age of where, I'm saying to them, here's what you need to try and look for
yeah,
towards the future and trying to
Mhm.
work at and trying to do and da 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 da
yeah.
da da.
Right.
You know,
I think that we all may have learned it on our own as far as this new generation with learning about, like Zais mentioned, stocks and, you know, owning property and so forth. That's just like for me in the business. I didn't know. Nobody taught
Mm,
me.
right,
right,
Nobody
right,
sat me
right,
down and
right,
said,
right,
"This is what you got to do. This is how it's gonna go."
right.
I just winged it, you
right.
No,
know,
you stepped out
on
on
my
faith
own.
and you did,
And,
yeah,
and had to figure it out.
right,
Yeah, you know, I done
right.
made so many mistakes on the
Yeah.
Mm,
way. You know, like I
mm.
look back now and I'm like, had I known this shit up when I first jumped in this
Right.
motherfucker,
Right,
got in
right,
the game.
right, right.
I talking about a Bentley,
You'll be
nigga.
killed. Yeah. Hey, I say that in even in my training business, I see how social media works and how if I would have had that when I started, or if I would have used it properly, how
Mhm.
much more business I would have. But I feel like one thing Juan said was great um, about us learning it ourselves. But I feel like this new generation, these like the 25 and under, those are things that are almost they've heard about this so many times that
Not
it's normal to them.
it's
Like I think for
yeah,
us,
it's in their
we
face.
we
It's
had generational wealth in other areas as
Right.
far as I mean, if I'm just gonna be honest about in love and how to treat people, uh, spirituality,
Right.
things like that that you might not say are could be passed down, but they are. And
yes,
this is why
that's true.
when you look at our family, even though we have our quarrels and our whatever, like we still big and strong, bro. Like so even that is a testimony to our family
Right.
and what we've been passed down to. That family is everything. That even if I don't care if me and Juan are beefing, if he call me, I'm coming. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
You
Like
ain't answering
we
no phone though.
you know, but you see what I'm saying? I'm just
Right,
saying
right,
like
right,
that
right.
that, that
No,
is
facts.
truly
Yeah,
that is a blessing. Like
Yeah.
that's something
right.
that was passed because we could talk to some other families and they like, nah, I ain't talk to, I ain't messing with no.
Yeah.
And you could still see our families like growing and everything like that. But I say that 25 and under, I think that those kind of things of owning businesses, not working for yourself, like this is
Hmm.
stuff that they hear on the regular. So I think
Right.
their normal is going to be so different than what we had because even, I mean, Juan is the elder here, but like I said, for us, it was more so of get an
Get
education, get a
education,
good
go to
job,
college,
go to
go to job.
work,
Right.
get some benefits. Now it's no, be your own,
No.
do your own thing. And it's like, I think that some of those things, even though we might not know them, crazy part is your kids will still probably come ask you one like you do.
Yeah.
Right.
you
Yeah.
you got to be able to like,
Right.
wing it or do your own research. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Or like Talia did, or like most of us do when we do things is step out on faith.
Yeah.
And Juan, you talk about your story all the time. And I hate to be like this, but I love these stories, but you didn't go to college,
No.
but you have an amazing job. You run like you running a damn near the company, bro. Like, if we really want to be honest, Talia, same thing
Let's
where
put it into perspective.
you know what I'm saying? Like but now how you might not have that degree and everything like that, but that doesn't mean you're not successful, Juan Fagan,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
That means you're not an inspiration to somebody. Talia, you didn't know what you was doing, but guess what? To step out on faith and go get your own business without having nobody in the family have done it at the level you did it is amazing. So I think that that's the part of when we talk about generational wealth that now when we have our kids growing up, see, I don't look at the material as much as a lot of people might say that you
Right.
need this much. I don't, you can't take it with you, bro.
Right.
And even if you leaving it for your people, who's to say that they gonna treat it right?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So because we like so
Right.
it's
That's why you get a lot of parents. I ain't
come on,
leaving them
man.
motherfuckers
Come on,
nothing because
man.
they ain't
Because do you
gonna
understand what I'm saying? But what
tell.
can you leave them that last? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and I hate to be so deep, but it's just the reality. What can you leave them that will last and help them out to be successful human beings.
Mhm.
Forget businessmen. Forget all that. Like, how are you as a human being, man? So, anyways, so we'd like to
Right.
know your topic. What you think about generational wealth. I always stutter on that word. That's crazy.
Generational wealth.
Wealth,
Yeah, that's
right?
like me with
Yeah, but it's all good. So tell us what you think about that. Material, is it spiritual, physical, whatever it is? Were you taught this as a kid? And lastly, man, I just want to talk about, because we talk about our family and big and everything like that. How was your holiday season with this pandemic? Like my daughter say, coronavirus. Uh,
coronavirus.
how was your holiday season, man?
One holiday down, one more to go.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was it was a little weird. I
yeah,
It was a little weird.
man.
Even though just not knowing the fact that just not knowing that we couldn't go to SAT. You know what I mean?
Hmm,
It was
hmm.
just like weird. Like
Right. And this was the
and
40th
try
anniversary type thing,
right.
Yeah.
Tried to do the little Zoom,
Yeah.
and it was just like, everybody it to me, it kind of feel like everything is I know it's not just being wiped away or being
Mhm.
diminished, but it just
Right.
feel like everything is just kind of like slowly phasing out in a sense,
Mm, mm,
and
yeah.
it's I in a sense I can see that, but I mean I wouldn't want that to happen, but
Yeah.
it just seemed like this is the second year that nobody been sacked
Right. Right.
in how 40 years.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's just a different time. I think it's
yeah, of course
even
it's
if
a
we
different time.
even if we think of it that way, we could think as a family we didn't get together, but you were still with your individual family. You know what
Right.
I mean? And that bond, kind of getting that tighter. What about you, Juan Fagan?
It was quiet, it was quiet. Um, it was strange,
Yeah.
quiet though, real
Definitely.
quiet and just kind of mellow.
Right.
Didn't do nothing really extra or too much. Just got a little bit of rest, man. That was it.
No doubt.
I
No
think
doubt.
what's gonna be really telling is how Christmas goes off, right? Um, I think it's gonna be kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Because people that's watching this, if you a friend of our family, you know how we get down. But even if you're not, man, our family is big, and we always love to get together. So these times, like Talia's saying, is a little different. Not being able to see everybody, especially on a
Right.
Christmas, where we all really get together from everywhere where we at. So yeah, man. So we just, like they said, we just got down with one holiday season, man. Another one coming up, man. Stay safe, man. Whether you believe
Most
in wearing
definitely.
mask or not, man, do what you got to do to keep your
Stay
family
vid
safe.
free.
And
You gotta watch the Kevin Hart side
I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it, man,
because
for
he had
sure.
the vid. He had the vid.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Okay, I'll watch it. Hey man, but for real, for myself, Juan Fagan, Tata, man, we appreciate you riding with us, man. Tata, where can they see this thing at,
You can
man?
follow us on YouTube, Instagram. Do we have Twitter? I don't think we have Twitter, but
Not
you
yet.
can listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Music. Like
That's
us,
it.
subscribe,
Yep.
share, tell a friend,
Two thumbs
and
up.
retweet, untweet, share, email, send a pigeon,
Right. All that.
all that.
Please, please do. Please do. No, we appreciate you,
Fan
man.
mail.
Definitely. But we appreciate you rocking with us, man. Uh, you know,
Yep.
any parting words, brother
Your eyes
Elder?
is real
Nah,
tight.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Nah,
good.
man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I
Ah,
All
just
right,
said, yeah,
y'all.
like y'all said, be safe out there. Let's protect ourselves. We're going through some very tumultuous times right now.
yeah, they didn't shut us
But we'll get
down
through it.
more in
We'll get
LA.
through it.
No doubt. No doubt.
Biden and Harris. Let's go, baby.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, man. We'll
uh,
see y'all next time, man. Enjoy y'all weekend, man. Peace.
Peace.